Hello everybody, welcome to my next Let's Play of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, I will show you what I have done in this game. I've beaten the game once on hard difficulty. It started again, but didn't really happen. And I beat it once on normal. I'm going to be doing this walkthrough Let's Play on normal difficulty, and I'm going to be attempting 100% completion. That means all Carantan frogs, all camo. I'm going to try to do that. And that's it. That's all I'm going for, because that's all that's important in the game. So let's jump right into it. I'm playing NGS series for the first time. I like NGS 1, I like NGS 2. I'm gonna pick NGS 1. I don't remember, to be totally honest, I don't remember what the difference is between the ones you choose. And I'm gonna do it on normal difficulty, like I said. I'm sure, that it would be too easy if I did it on easy difficulty. So anyway, because half this game is cutscenes.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Okay, so because this game is mostly cutscenes, I will be talking through some of the cutscenes. Not too much though. I'm just going to be maybe giving it my 2 cents, or maybe saying some kind of ridiculously bad joke, who knows. And that's all, because you don't really want to, if you wanted to watch cutscenes, you could watch a normal walkthrough. But this is going to be cutscenes with my own perspective on them. And I'll also maybe be filling in some of the blanks in terms of the story, because, there's plenty of people who don't know the story of this game, and stuff like that. So, Metal Gear Solid 3, you might be wondering why I'm starting at the third one, not the first or second one. The reason for this is because Metal Gear Solid 3 is actually a prequel to the rest of the series. Even the old Metal Gear Solid games on like NES or whatever systems it was, I don't remember.
Alright, you ready to go?
So, anyway, I'll start being a little bit more quiet right now.
Good, we've got high visibility.
I really like how they did the first cutscene in this game. They really do hype it up as like a badass secret ops mission.
Oxygen hose to interior connector.
And you're gonna like the next part right here if you haven't played this game already.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
I always loved that line.
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
I just want to smoke. Yeah, that was my my Snake impression right there. I don't know. You might hear more of that during this Let's Play. We'll see see how that one goes.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
And this is where I get that thing.
Sunrise.
This game is actually very beautiful for being on PS2. I mean, obviously, its graphics aren't as great as PS3 or 360, but it's actually pretty decent looking.
Minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
I don't take orders from anyone. I'm not going to use that, trust me. Because I know it'll get really cheesy, like, real quick.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Now, might as well say this now. Oh, never mind.
The world's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
I love that British guy. We'll hear a lot more of him later in the game. Out of the plane. Sweet. This cutscene is legendary, too. If you know Metal Gear Solid, you know this cutscene. Okay, so I might as well say this now. I'm gonna tell you guys, I am not Metal Gear Solid Pro. I think I'm just a little bit above average, and that's it. Nothing more than that. So don't expect me to be like freaking amazing for this game, okay?
No, the virtuous mission.
And here's some
The future
story.
of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This
Virtual
is a training.
mission.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB.
Now, I'm not sure that Sokolov was a real guy in real life, but this game actually talks about a lot of real-world events that happened in, like, the 60s, and it talks about a lot about World War II.
Rocket scientist.
And it's actually a lot of real stuff. It's pretty
On April
cool.
the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok.
See, they're even talking about, like, the actual
Sokolov is said to be the
first
man
rocket sent to
responsible
space
for the
with a man in it.
multi-engine used in that
I could have said that better.
After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become
For anyone who doesn't know what the word defect means, it's basically to betray your own country to go to another one.
And for that, he left his country.
I don't know, we might have some younger people watching this
Not
video,
exactly.
who knows.
One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a model.
No, illegal immigrants are not allowed!
Succeeded in sneaking Sokolov.
That was not my
to the
snake
war
impression.
shortly afterwards.
And no, I don't mean that.
I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent.
Sorry if I keep, like, breathing or my chair is moving around. I'll try to avoid more of that.
Much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
See, they even talk about that. I
October
mean, that's pretty crazy.
1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba.
They even explain what the Cuban Missile Crisis was,
Remove the missiles.
just so, like, if any of the players, not audience, am I saying, any of the players don't know what the Cuban Missile
But the
Crisis
Soviets
was.
didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You might hear some wind blowing around in the background. I apologize about that.
IRBMs from Turkey.
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence.
Okay, and here's where they
around the world.
go past the fourth wall and bring in real history to where the game comes in.
They wanted us to return.
Yeah, in reality, we turned over our Turkish nuclear missiles and got them away, but the game says that that was just a ploy and we handed over Sokolov.
At the time, we had no idea. We were
Because
running
they
out
wanted
of
his
time.
new weapon they was
Either
making.
give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my side.
Ah, crap, my breathing keeps coming in. I'm gonna have to lower my mic volume.
Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced
Ah.
to continue working on the weapon.
My
in
computer
West
fell asleep.
KGB
Oops.
supervision. What's more, the It's on the verge of completion.
So
yeah, basically what we're going to be doing is going to rescue Sokolov so he cannot finish this weapon that he's been making. They'll explain that later, but I just thought I'd say it now.
For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
I'd love to see you say that
We're
5
talking
times
about a
fast.
secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull
Semi-Palatine, Semi-Palatine, I can't even do it. Can't even do it like twice.
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
Virgin Cliffs.
Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved
I get it.
recently.
That's a good one. Virtuous and virgin.
Conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Okay. So now we get back to what we were doing, which was jumping out of a plane. Wait a minute, where's my parachute? Oh wait, no, it's right on my back. Yeah, it's pretty badass right here. Come on, Snake, stop showing off. Okay, so you see the little R1 button. We can look around the goggles here. I don't think there's anything really important that you need to see. Just the ground. I don't know. It was either look through the goggles or watch an animation of Snake spinning around in circles.
Before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis.
It's the end of the world as we know it. Probably didn't need to start singing that, actually. I mean, whatever. Oh, so here we go. We can look around again. Again, I don't think there's any real importance to doing this right now. Oh, I bet there was something up there, too. Oh, well. Alright, so, by the sound of it, this game's actually really short.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system.
Trust me, it's not.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning
500 pounds? Exactly what Matt Goldsman's mom.
She's equipped with two
If some of you don't know who Matt Goldsman is, don't worry about that.
Machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
We're gonna be doing that. Yummy. I love forest creatures. Okay, so after 13 minutes and 40 seconds of cutscene, well actually no, a lot of that was been made in the menu. We'll actually start playing next time, but whatever. Shit! There goes the parachute. Oh no, not the parachute. There goes the backpack. They always do this in every Metal Gear Solid game. They're always like face down on the ground like that, and then, oh, epic, epicness. Yep, they always do that. Every single one. Okay, so yeah, we're pretty much near the end of the episode. If the episodes end in between a cutscene, I might have to, you know, skip a few seconds of the cutscene for you, but not that big a deal. Snake! Okay, we're gonna call an episode right here. With Snake's face.